I never thought my own parents, the people who raised me, could hurt my children the way the world once hurt me. But life has a strange way of teaching you lessons you never asked for. I thought I had built the perfect life. A successful career, a beautiful home, two amazing kids, everything a woman could dream of. But I was wrong, because behind every dream sometimes hides a nightmare wearing a familiar face. Before I tell you everything that happened, let me introduce myself. My name is Imani Williams. I'm 39 years old and I live in Atlanta, Georgia. If you're new here, thank you for being part of my story. And if you believe every mother deserves respect, please take a second to hit that subscribe button. Your support helps me share stories about love, betrayal, and strength. All right, let's begin. It was a sunny Monday morning. My kids, Ava and Jordan, were laughing in the kitchen while I packed their lunch. My parents sat by the breakfast table, sipping coffee and smiling. From the outside, we looked like the perfect, happy family. But what nobody saw was how fragile that peace really was. I had built this home from scratch after years of hard work in finance. When my parents lost their own house, I didn't think twice before bringing them to live with us. I thought it was the right thing to do. After all, they were my parents. That afternoon, I got a call from my brother Marcus. He said, "Imani, Mom told me I can send Malik over for a few weeks. Is that okay?" Of course, I said yes. He's family. My house is his house. At least that's what I thought. Because when Malik, their golden grandson, arrived, everything began to change. At first, it was little things. My mother started cooking special meals for Malik. My father bought him gifts, ignoring my kids when they asked questions. Every time Ava showed her grandma a drawing, Mom would smile politely and then turn to Malik, saying, "Look at our little genius. You're going to be something great just like your father." It hurt, but I told myself I was overthinking. Maybe grandparents just had favorites sometimes, but I was wrong. One evening, after a long day at work, I came home earlier than usual. The house was quiet. I went upstairs, their room was empty, and then I heard muffled sobbing from the basement. I rushed down and saw my babies sitting on the cold floor, surrounded by boxes and old furniture. Ava was hugging her brother, her face streaked with tears. "Sweetheart, what happened? Why are you here?" I asked. Ava looked up and whispered, "Grandma said we have to stay here now. Malik needs our room." I froze, my heart shattered. I stormed upstairs. My mother was folding Malik's clothes. I said, "Mom, why are there things in the basement?" She replied coldly, "It's my house, Imani. Malik's a growing boy. He needs space. Your kids will be fine." I said, "Your house?" She snapped, "Yes, I raised you. You should be grateful I'm even here to help." I stood there staring at her, my own mother, who I had rescued when she had nowhere to go, telling me to be grateful. I wanted to scream, but all I could whisper was, "Okay, Mom. If that's how you feel, be ready to live with your decision." That night I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Ava crying on that basement floor. I heard Jordan asking, "Mom, did we do something wrong?" No child should ever feel unwanted, especially not in their own home. That's when I called my lawyer. I said, "The property is in my name, right?" He said, "Every document says so." "Why?" And I replied, "Because I'm about to make them understand whose house this really is." The next morning, I acted normal. Made breakfast, smiled, went to work, and quietly signed the eviction notice. When I came home, my parents were laughing with Malik. My kids were silent, eating alone in the corner. Sometimes, silence screams louder than words. I kissed my kids goodnight and whispered, "Don't worry, babies, Mommy's got this." The morning after that night, I looked at myself in the mirror. There were dark circles under my eyes. My heart was tired, but my mind was clear. This wasn't about revenge anymore. It was about respect and about teaching my kids that love has boundaries. That afternoon, my lawyer called. "Everything's ready. The notice will be served today." When I drove home that evening, the sun was setting. As I parked, I saw a white envelope taped to the door. My parents were standing outside, holding it. My father shouted, "Imani, what is this? You're evicting us." My mother screamed, "How dare you?" "We're your parents." Their words cut through me like glass, but I stood my ground. I said, "No, you're people who kicked my children out of their own rooms. You made them cry. You made them feel small in their own home." Mom yelled, "It's still our family house." I said, "Legally, it's not. You said it was yours, remember? Well, I'm giving you what you wanted, your own place." Days passed. The house felt quieter. No footsteps upstairs, no arguments, no tension. "Mom," Jordan asked softly, "do you think Grandma hates us?" I shook my head. No, baby, she's just hurt. Sometimes when people are hurt, they forget how to love the right way. Then one morning, a letter arrived. No return address, but I recognized the handwriting instantly. It said, Imani, we didn't realize how much we hurt you until we left that house. Malik misses your kids. I miss you. Maybe we forgot that the house wasn't what made us a family. You did. If you can forgive us, we'd like to see you. A few days later, I took the kids and drove to their small apartment. My mother opened the door. Her eyes were red. She didn't speak. She just pulled me into a hug and cried. She said, I'm sorry, Imani. I was wrong. I let pride destroy our family. I cried, Mom, I just wanted you to love them the way you loved me. Ava and Jordan hugged her legs. Even my father teared up. For the first time in months, it felt like home again. Sometimes forgiveness doesn't come with an apology. It comes with tears, with silence, and with the courage to start over. To you listening right now, if you've ever been forced to choose between your parents and your children, remember this. Choosing your children isn't betrayal, it's protection, because one day they'll grow up and remember how you fought for them. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like and subscribe. Your support helps us share more stories about love, family, and the strength it takes to heal what's broken.